Looking back on 2020, I realized that even if you play it safe, things can still go wrong. So you might as well take a risk and go after the things you love doing. I wanted to make this video for you, the people supporting this channel, giving you an overview of what projects I tackled in 2020, and maybe I can inspire you to take on a project yourself. I gotta be honest with you, most of the year I have spent in my own four walls or in the editing room at work, but still, I wanted to work on projects I was passionate about and that I could pursue even with COVID regulations. Just before 2020, I was unemployed with one goal in mind, to somehow get in the film industry. I previously spent 1 year living in my van and I had no money saved. I moved back to my parents for a little while until I sold my lovely fire truck. I was looking for unpaid work experience and eventually found a spot at Riel, a film production company focusing on sustainability, which I really liked. Start of 2020. With money in the bank, I was able to move back to my old apartment and paid off my debt. To my surprise, my van build video got some attention on YouTube and I gained a whole lot of new followers. Thanks, crew. After a few months, my work experience turned into a full-time job and I've learned so much already, not to forget being on a proper film set for the first time, which was awesome to see. I was finally doing what I love most, and then Corona shut everyone down. I was lucky enough to keep my job even though I was down on 50% pay with minimum wage. I gained some interest in the topic called precious plastic and started collecting my trash. For those who don't know, precious plastic is a way to recycle your plastic waste. It is community-based and everyone can be a part of it. Yes, you too. It made a lot of sense to me because around the globe, only 5% of plastic waste is actually being recycled. The rest is burned, thrown in landfills, or even worse, the ocean. I was already planning to build a shredder myself, but this project was taking the whole year to finish. At the start of the summer, I was looking for a new van because I was really missing my old one. Not really the low ceiling though. I was keen to build out another one because for me, there's something relaxing about building stuff. It's almost like meditation. I found a cheap Sprinter van with a high roof and began a new journey. Feel free to follow along. Mid-2020. Due to COVID regulations, I used the given time at home to edit a documentary project for 4 months straight. Last year, the Circle Booth team went to Chile to kayak some insane rivers, and I wanted to edit a documentary of their 3-month trip. I was going through 70 hours of footage, it was insane. The boys loved the documentary and I was happy to accept their help on my van as a payment for my editing. We worked for a whole weekend straight and met up a few weekends after that to continue the work. Thanks guys. Everyone was getting a little used to COVID and I was helping to shoot a short film for my work. We shot the whole thing on a Venice 6K with Hawk anamorphic lenses and this combo was just unreal. Throughout the year, I made some short recycling videos on TikTok for my work Riel, and we gained 70k followers, which is just crazy. Never thought that would happen. Unfortunately, I got addicted to the platform so quickly that I had to go on a social media detox, which I'm kinda still on. End of 2020. Later in 2020, my work shot an image film where I worked as the first camera assistant and pulled focus for the entire shoot for the first time. It was a crazy and exciting experience, but also a bit too stressful, as I was also in charge of flying the FPV drone and put too much pressure on myself. As a result, I was sick during the whole 7-day shoot. Another symptom of the stress is probably the bald spot on my forehead, which I discovered a couple of months later. Not only did I put a lot of pressure on myself for the video shoot, but I realized I might have been juggling with a few too many projects at the same time in 2020. Looking back, even though COVID had pretty much everyone under control, I was able to keep my job and push my personal projects forward. And for that, I am very grateful. One of my personal highlights was installing the wood burner on my van and having a fire for the first time. What a beauty! This year will be another opportunity to take on what you've always wanted to do. You don't have to make big changes to work on your dreams. Focus on small steps and take one at a time. It will be easier and a lot more fun once you've achieved it. What's the project that you want to get started with? What was your struggle with COVID so far? Let me know in the comments, I would love to hear your story. Until the next one. Bye.